Yo, yo, yo. What up, everyone? This is Nitro, and you're in the Thunderdome. Shout out to Rain. This is one of Rain's tracks. This is called Driving You Crazy. Drive Me Crazy. Shout out, Rain.
Girl, you always amaze me. Girl,
always amazing, girl.
Crazy.
We love you, Rain.
That's dope.
Driving me crazy.
There we go. Turn down a little bit. How you doing, Buster?
Chilling, brother.
Good shit. Let me
Been
go ahead.
Busy, man. Been pretty busy for not working. Pretty crazy.
I know.
My son's keeping us busy, man, with the baseball. Today was flag football. Right here. But yeah, staying busy.
Nice.
Then the coffee time on Sunday, dude, almost hit 600 views, man.
Yeah, you were
for 2 days.
You're saying for a bunch of fucking degenerates like us, right?
Degenerates, man. That's what they think. But
I know.
I'm like hell bent. I'm landing that XRP plane on the ground, baby. We gonna land this thing in, and then everything changes, bro.
I got my pilot shades on, bro. Let's go. I'm your co-pilot.
Get ready.
Let's go.
Get ready, glitches.
Get ready, glitches. Shout out to everybody. I was just gonna say, man, I love it, dude. I love your enthusiasm. You know, at the end of the day,
people can't see it, man.
Yeah.
Everyone in here can see it though, so that's why we're here. But I was watching a video like a couple months ago, and it was like everything you see in the 3D world, somebody thought of it. Somebody imagined it. Somebody designed it. Everything you see, you know. So when you think about that, it all starts with imagination and vision, and it's pretty crazy when you think of it like that. I don't give a fuck if it's bricks. Someone fucking designed that brick. You know what I'm saying? And it started with imagination before it materializes. So, yeah, I think we're getting close, man. The worst case is they drag it out another year. It's the worst case, man. And then you've been saying that for 2 years, Uncle Buster. You've been saying that for 3 years. All right, you get to 7 years, and you'll never clock in again in your life. Like I've already worked 33 years of my life, bro. You know,
yeah.
But I started doing this 6 years ago. So
well, it was like we were never meant. Like I saw a meme the other day. It said, you know, slavery just got rebranded to employee. You know what I mean? Like
it's not. That's a fact.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why,
like we're a bunch of fucking slaves. I saw some
people.
Yeah.
Even like Safeway, like they always wanted me to go to like salary and move up, bro. Like store man, you know, I did 70 hours a week when I owned my business and I was working at Safeway. I mean, I did that for like 13 years, and then I went to 60 hours with just my business, and then 55 hours, you know, backed it down to 55 hours. But these managers, bro, they work 70 hours a week salary. That's beyond slave. You know, they might make 70,000, bro. You ain't making shit if you per hour, if you know, add that up, you know, but that's why I think it's important. I read that Rich Dad Poor Dad in like 2002, and he talked about anytime you trade your time for money. So I had that in my thoughts already. You know, it took a long time to fucking get out of the lane I was rolling in, but that's why when I got to crypto, I'm like, I got to learn this shit, you know. But yeah, if your time versus money and my 401k and all this bullshit, you are a slave. And well, it's that simple.
A lot of people like to make fun of crypto bros, crypto people, and it's crypto. Okay, I'm just gonna block you off because you're into crypto.
That's fine.
And what they don't realize is that this is a fucking golden ticket to, like you said, never having to clock in again, ever.
Never clock in again,
ever, bro. Yeah, shit. I might start some random shit if I get, you know, rich and start some business and shit. And then once it becomes like work, I'll sell the shit later, you know, just chase my tail for the rest of my life in retirement.
That's where, you know, we talk about the red pill and all that. That's important because all the people that discount crypto, there's nothing that they're doing that could possibly change their life. They're on the long 30, 40 year fucking haul. As long as all the corrupt people don't, you know, completely melt down their 401ks. I mean, they do that every 20 years, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
that hard, dude, I truly believe, man, like Bitcoin was to, you know, create a whole new system after the housing market crash, you know, because that shit magically, mysteriously got created right around the same time. They knew they had to come up with some other shit, you know, and they've been knowing it for fucking decades.
They've known this shit for, I mean, it goes, how far can your mind go? They're going to make it act like, they don't have, they're not sure. No, motherfucker, this shit's been planned for hundreds of years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been planned out so long.
With that Economist magazine cover was talking about the Phoenix or something like that with the Cosmos symbol. And that was what? 70s? Was it 70s?
That was like 80s, right? I think it was 80s.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even the concept of it, dude, people talk about all kinds of shit. They talk about.
And I just heard about the Cosmos, because when I originally saw, I was thinking Stellar. When I originally saw the that cover, but I don't think I've ever seen the Cosmos symbol, but
yeah.
I remember that we were talking about that like last week. And everyone was saying Cosmos, but yeah, we'll see.
Drive me crazy. That's right, bro. Shout out to Rain, dude. He goes, "Oh hell yes." Cool shades, Zerk. Thanks, bro.
Here.
Nerdy's all excited. Nerdy's excited. He's got news, bro. Most people have no clue what's about to take place. Yeah. Shades. Bro, he's like, look at this shit. This is bigger than what we've even imagined. Nerdy, you better be able to.
I think it's big, bro.
You better be able to recite that shit and eloquently transcend the message about your bullishness, bro. You better make it make sense. Make it make sense, Nerdy. Make it make sense, bro. We got 70 viewers, bro. Should we let the kids in or what?
Let them in, man. 70 people. That's pretty good.
Welcome to XRP Boardroom. We love you guys. Thanks for being patient in the chat. We'll shout you out here in a second. Links in the chat.
Yeah, drop the baby gate. Drop the baby gate, Nitro. Let's get this shit rolling, man.
I pity the fool. I pity the fool. This is Nitro. You get your act together. You act right. Come on. I love it. Welcome in, guys.
Little Mr. T, man.
Join the show. Let's go. This is historical. There we go. Berserker with the FUD blockers. That's right, bro. I'm in witness protection, bro. Tails on deck. What's up? Shout out to all the Tails peeps out there. We'll simulcast. Nerdy X on deck.
Dude, the blurred background looks pretty cool though, man. I like it.
Fire, bro.
Hell yeah.
Crypto Tails.
I'm resorceful.
Nerdy X. What's going on?
Nobody has a damn clue what's about to happen, boy. Boy. All right.
No, bro.
All right. Oracle.
Don't hold back.
Oracle. Bro. Everything. I'm talking everything. I'm not saying just one sector. I'm saying all sectors are about to be on the cloud. All sectors are about to be interoperable. Everything. The healthcare industry is about to be transformed like nobody's fucking business, bro. EMTs, emergency first responders, their job is about to be a whole lot easier and a whole lot safer. Okay. Logistics is about to be crazy. Agriculture, food is about to get upgraded. Everything is about to get upgraded. Everything. Like, all this is running through all this is running through Quant, all of this is running through Ripple, but Ripple is the main character here, okay? The amount of money that's about to be funneled and used through XRP and through the network is astronomical. We're not talking on a national state. We're talking on a global state. Like, no shit. Like literally a global state. I'm talking about I'm talking about like country stock markets being run on the cloud. I'm talking about a whole medical infrastructure being run on the cloud. The whole retail sector being run in the cloud. Logistics, fucking anything you think of, a voting thing, everything being run through a cloud. That's not a $1,000 XRP. That's not $1 million XRP. That's $100 million XRP. That's 100 million any kind of coin that's going to be running through this goddamn network. It's not just XRP that's benefiting from this. It's like the whole goddamn infrastructure is benefiting from this. And it's not just going to happen we're going to wait and no. They've been testing this for years and they're ready. They don't care about tests no more. They want implementation now. They want services now because it makes their company that much better. Now, today, this second. Not 2025, not 2027. No, 2023, it starts now. 2024 gets implemented. 2025, by the time of midnight of 2024 going 25, we're already here. Oh my God, I am so pumped. I have no doubt.
You can never be more pumped than Nitro. Never be more pumped than Nitro.
Nobody gets it, guys.
Hey, shout out to Big Mike Raider, bro. We love you. We love you, bro. If you know, you know.
Yes, sir. That's my bro. That's my real life brother, man.
He's a good
if
man.
y'all like football, go follow him on YouTube, man. He got some good knowledge for y'all.
Yep. Adam's on deck, guys. Again, remember Adam from last show? Welcome aboard, brother. Father Allen. Father Allen. TBD Nation.
What's up, everybody?
We got
Allen,
Sean T. Tails. Buster. And Nitro. I pity the fool. Nitro's the bull.
Hey,
What's up?
When you want to talk gossip, I got some news. It's been all over Twitter the last 3-4 days. When you're ready for that.
Well, nerdy. You want to expand on what you found, bro? Did you find something, or what do you?
Oh, I did.
What do you got? What's your connections, bro? Finish your thought. Finish your thought, bro.
Let me go back into my notes. 1 second.
All the value.
Yo, y'all see the Ripple team in Washington, D.C., though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. That was bullish.
You see Garlic House?
Yeah, he's all up in them. I mean, every kind of BIS meeting, any kind of anything to do with Fed or some
Yo,
type of
there's no
treasury
other
in the country.
crypto companies out there doing it as big as Ripple is.
Bro, nobody.
Yeah.
Rubbing shoulders with everybody. I mean, just look at all of the elite when they've met. He was in so many pictures throughout the last 3 years that I've been in crypto. I mean, every IMF meeting, every World Economic Forum meeting, he was in a picture with all those elites. Nobody else was. No other blockchain was
Nobody.
photographed with those elites.
Nobody.
That was like the first sign. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Who, this Rosie
And
Rios
Alan.
chick that was the treasurer?
Alan.
What's up, Sean?
Yeah, that's up, man. No, I'm just saying, say what you're saying, but pair that with the exposure of ETHgate.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. I know. I hear you. We all knew. I mean, come on. We've been in this space for a while. We all knew about this. I mean, we're not blind. The masses are blind. You know what we're witnessing right now is the adoption. We're not distracted by Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other more of the ERC20 tokens that went on that chain. What happens when that goes away? They're all going with it. That's 99% of all the cryptos. Goodbye, see ya. Absolutely, and tether with it. I mean, you're dragging everything down, except for those that are untethered, which was talked about in the riddles. That's where we're at right now, I do believe. I think
where we're at right now, like we're in a position where it's not really meant for us because we already knew this a long time ago. It's for everybody else who's just now realizing it. So this is for them, man. We already set up and ready. We just waiting for it to happen.
Yep. Let me tap in real quick.
Tap it, bro.
This is a slide. I'm reading directly from a slide from the Oracle conference today, okay? Oh.
He had the sigh, bro. That was a nitro sigh.
Man. All right, here we go. Autonomous and elastic cloud-based database. All cloud applications. Autonomous database. No human labor, no human error. 100% self-driving. Automatic installation, configuration, updates, patching, and tuning. All new Oracle applications built on autonomous elastic database. New Cerner, HealthNet, Fusion Market, banking, retail, and hospitality. Fusion NetSuite moving towards autonomous elastic database. Elastic database provides higher performance at lower cost. Automatically allocates and releases a processor and memory based on workload. 10 times faster on large workloads while costing less overall. Serverless when idle. Do not pay for what you do not use. High performance, lower cost, more secure. That's just one slide, bro. I have a whole bunch.
Hey, Nerdy, what's the context though? Because that sounds like it's just describing a cloud environment in general.
It's describing the new cloud environment that Oracle released that's teaming up with AI. They're no longer writing code. They're automating code. Everything's going to be an AI model and cloud service.
That sounds like lots of back doors. I don't know about all that. How is that actually going to be legitimately accepted by the masses? Which I know 3 people in this room probably gonna say hell no to that. So
Alan, this has nothing to do with people, bro. This has nothing to do with little people. That has everything to do with institutions and companies. That has nothing to do with us. That has everything to do with
companies are the ones that have the money. So why would they cut their own throat? And
because
because AI is essentially going to take over. It can go sentient. Once it goes sentient, it's not going to depend on
man. AI already taking over, bro.
Their service is only going to cost a company $2 million a year versus paying a developer, whoever, $800 or $600, even $300 a year, and then a staff of like 50 people.
401k, insurance, health benefits.
A lot of things.
Yeah. So what's the connection?
Is that
what's
you?
the connection to Ripple?
Yeah,
there?
that's me.
Oracle is working directly with Quant. Quant is working directly with Ripple. Quant is Overledger and Ripple is Interledger. That's all Modular Loop and Medico and all those people.
Who's hosting the cloud service? Amazon,
Oracle,
AWS,
AWS.
AWS for sure.
So this works with all services. It works with all. It's interoperable with all services. and Microsoft and Oracle have a deal. So you can deploy a cloud service natively on Azure that's using Oracle services, and vice versa.
That's
There's
why
no
they
more-
need XRP, because they're the interoperable chain that can bridge all the gaps, because they're their own DEX. So
Well, that's why XRP, that's why Ripple has a contract with Amazon, because they're going to be utilizing all of the AWS servers and racks that they're building out right now for the whole ILP.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's what you hit a good spot. You know, the other spot that's going to be massive outside of Quant and everything you're talking about for the overledger is HBAR, and how
Yep.
HBAR is going to be implemented throughout the whole system.
And another big thing is Alliance Block, Chainlink. What's the other one?
R3 Corda.
No, forget about that. There's more than that.
Band protocol.
A0. Don't forget about A0. Don't forget about Metamorphosis. Don't forget about DAG
IOTA.
and IOTA. And
DAG.
Who's going to be the chain with security? What's the one do you think? There's going to have to be some coin that's going to, give the masses evasion techniques, so to speak.
Monero.
I can't I thought about
Monero.
Which
Pirate
one do
chain.
you think is going to have the most? What has the most utility at this point?
most of the blockchains are quantum safe out of the block. Like right out of the gate, they're just quantum secured. So you don't have an Ethereum problem or nor you have a Bitcoin problem.
Hey, Nerdy, while you're on your computer, I want you to look up a company called Substratum. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Hold on. How do you spell that?
Sub and then Stratum, like SERATU.
Got it.
Yeah, I think honestly what you guys are talking about as far as secure blockchain, secure token, I think honestly it's going to be sold to the public as it's all secure. Whatever survives will all be secured under the whatever the fuck,
Well, honestly, none of this is going to be
implemented, system.
None of this is going to be sold to the public. They're like what they said. Even who's the vice president or president of Ripple right now, Linda Chang or something like that. She was saying that all of this is going to fall into the background. Like all the stuff that we found, all this technology that we're talking about right now, it's front and center with us within the community that are, outside of the box thinkers that caught on to it. But you're not going to see any of this stuff. This is all going to be the operation system behind the scenes. So no one's going to be talking about.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I agree with you on the.
Yeah.
I agree with you on the certain chains and things that we focus on. I'm talking about the context of what Alan had brought up for the people. There's got to be a secure coin. There's got to be, and then you guys all chimed in with Monero, Zcash, all that shit. That's what I meant. I meant like if there is a public chain that's being used or blasted to the public, it'll be like FDIC insured. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. Use Shiba. Here you go.
You're absolutely right. It's going to be
that's
a
what I
CBDC.
mean by that. That context.
It's going to be the CBDC that the country, like our federal, rolls out. So like the U.S. will probably roll out a coin called USDC, United States Digital Currency. India already has the digital rupee. So you're going to have, everyone's going to have their own digital currency, and that's what people will use. It's like, hey, and then the interledger protocol will do the swaps, just like the Forex, industry is right now, where you could trade. And, that's what Ripple's going to do. And Alan and I talk offline a lot, and I told him, where I really see Ripple coming into play is Ripple's going to be the new Federal Reserve. So if you go back in the history, I think we were talking about this, 1873, before that golden era happened, Andrew Jackson killed off the Federal Reserve. There was like two Federal Reserves left, and he killed off one of them. And right now, that's what's happening. So our Federal Reserve is going to be, killed off, and it's going to be replaced with Ripple. And I think that's where Ripple's going to be. Ripple's not, everyone's going to buy Ripple stock, and they're going to play that whole game. Ripple to me is you're investing into a government agency. That's all Ripple is.
Can I tap in real quick?
Here's your substratum. Go ahead, TBD Nation. You're going to talk about that, and then Sean. Go ahead, guys.
Certain words should be careful with. 3-letter words. Be careful.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right,
For
Alan.
strikes purposes, for not this is not financial advice, but we don't use 3-letter words sometimes to not get a strike. So just bring it up to everybody's attention on a couple little things. I would say, Berserker, just help.
Right?
Out.
No. Who brought up Substratum? Who was that? Was that TBD Nation?
That was me.
Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Anthony Williams has this thing up here. It says Substratum is an open source network that allows anyone to allocate spare computing resources to make the internet a free and fair place for the entire world. Watch the video, Substratum. You want to talk about it? And then Sean's got the floor after that. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I was just, it's interesting because Substratum was out big time. Like, I was into it in 2016, 2017. And then the whole project was gaining so much interest with companies and all these other 3-letter agencies. And then it's funny how that whole company just got shelved. And Ripple kind of like took the front end of where Substratum was going. So I just found it interesting. So I think people forget about that company. So I always bring it up sometimes when I have deep dive conversations with groups. So that was
Connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Only here with Nitro in the XRP Boardroom. Right on. Appreciate you guys in the chat. This is XRP Boardroom number 39. Welcome aboard. This is a community chat. Join if you see the link in the chat. Go ahead. Go ahead, Sean. You got the floor, bro.
Slim Jim.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell you something, Mr. Hulk Hogan. Yeah.
You guys are talking about.
Let me tell you something, brother.
The way it was sold to the public is
Sean,
that,
you got the floor, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the way it was sold to the public, remember back in the Web 2 days and the internet, nobody said, hey, check out this new protocol called TCP/IP or HTML. They just said taglines like email or text message. That's how it gets sold. The actual protocol, nobody will know or care about. And I remember when the internet came up, I hadn't heard of TCP/IP until probably 10 years after I had my personal first computer in the late 90s or mid 90s. 97. And was sending emails out and, doing my thing and AOL, you have mail and all that stuff. I didn't know nothing about TCP/IP and nor did I care. It just worked. So I think, with all the different blockchains that we're talking about and which chain's going to do X, Y, or Z, that none of that is going to get sold to the public. It's going to be sold as instant payments, instant settlement. You don't have to worry. It's all secure, and that's that. We just here in our space, our group, we just happen to know all the dirty details. And I land.
Yeah. Dirty deeds.
Okay.
Done dirt cheap.
Well, and to his point, look at all the people buying meme coins, doggy coins. They have no idea what blockchain is running them crap coins. They just buy it up because it's marketed heavily and they hope to make a quick buck.
Hell yeah. Easy money.
Real quick. Go ahead, bro. Real quick.
So we got so this is going to be the new infrastructure. We're going to have DRCC, which is dedicated region cloud customer, and then we're going to have Hypergraph, which comes in, and that's going to be HGTP, and that's the distributed ledger technology known as direct oscillograph, which is DAG, and that runs all the network stuff. And then through there we have Filecoin, and we have a Chainlink. That's the IPFS and all that stuff. And then all that connects to, all this is basically designed to run off satellites. So it's more efficient for satellites to send us data globally. It's moving away from the IPv6 and the HTTPS and moving more towards quantum security, cryptographic, network layer like that, because we're going to be operating everything on the internet. So you can't have someone hack into a car or a building or IoT city and manipulate it through that way. So you're going to have a secure network all through. Remember, this is all through Starlink, because Starlink's a big player in this, and then Starlink is working directly with DAG. So that's that.
Getting messages from on high, bro. Amen. Let's go.
Wait till they start passing out the free phones. Then you know
memes
it's really
for
happening.
the masses.
Oh,
the Obama coin. Instead of the Obama phone, it's the Obama
it's-
coin. Oh yeah.
Actually,
It'll
on
be
phone-
satellite phone, you know,
But
because
they already
I
working
mean,
on
in
that,
other
Alan.
countries, yeah, there's only like Samsung and Apple have it. There's a few others, but I mean, we really need that. I heard maybe
that's right.
Adam could talk about it. Maybe he heard something about it. I heard
well,
like there's a million phones like ready to go, satellite ready, and they're just gonna send them out like they did back in the Obama days. And
It's
then
called-
boom.
It's called AST Space Mobile, the first and only space-based cellular broadband network for mobile phones, eliminating coverage gaps and enabling billions of people globally to stay connected. And they're working directly with Vodafone Group, and they're working directly with Nokia. Nokia just released a post that says AST Space Mobile achieved space-based 5G cellular broadband connectivity from everyday smartphones, another historical world first.
5G based cell phone.
With
I
space
guess-
mobile, so using satellites.
It don't matter because what are they saying now? October 4th, we're all gonna be zombies.
Oh yeah, I've been hearing that. Supposedly, there's like a national alert system for everybody globally, and it's supposed to send
Right.
some kind of like radio waves that's supposed to make people do some crazy stuff.
Mm.
Shit just
Pure
gets
blood.
more woo every day, bro.
Nothing
Pure
happening in
blood, we're
Australia.
safe. We're safe from all of that
Nothing's happening
bullshit.
here. We're not getting any alerts.
Right?
I heard, yeah. Well,
We got Ellie from Down Under. Shout out, brother. How you doing? You good?
Hello,
What's up,
fellas.
buddy?
How are you?
What's up, Ellie?
Roger that.
Good,
Hello,
man.
Copy over copy.
Saw you the program was on, so I thought I'd turn up.
Nice. Yeah, we're in like La La Land. We're in like the weird, crazy Beetlejuice waiting room to go into fucking
Yeah.
Richendom.
yeah.
You see, they
going to-
just came out showing more aliens and stuff that they found from Mexico or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're way down
Like,
the
why
yellow
all of a
brick
sudden,
road,
bro?
man.
For real.
Distractions, bro.
No, you got to be smarter than that.
They have big bags of XRP.
Let's go. Pure Bloods mount up. Shout out Rain.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Gone Blind. Thank you.
I'm gonna write
brother.
that down.
Hit those like buttons.
You guys
that
that are
down,
single
bro.
are going to be lucky. You know, those that are surviving, that are pure, are going to be in need of new fathers. You know what I mean? In the millennial reign, those that are wise and brave and pay attention to what's really going on and know that it's this from heavily change is what we're going through. We're going
Fuck
through
the
a
jab.
complete transformation of
Yeah,
man's
man.
world to God's world, man. And then those that are going to make it through in this millennial reign for 1,000 years are going to be like, you're going to be like the new kings of the world. Okay.
Man,
And
I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's gonna be hard to stay organic, bro. With all the GMOs and all the stuff that they trying to give people, man, it's gonna be hard staying organic, bro. For real.
Wayside staying organic with that
Yeah,
fucking
right.
monster spliff.
Yes, sir. Smoking organic.
The only way we can stay organic, baby.
oh, there you go, Wayside.
We lost a
There you
jet
go.
too. We lost
Hey,
a
wait,
jet.
Yeah, how
Oh,
the
yeah,
hell
and we
did
lost a
lose a
jet.
jet?
We just losing jets now, bro. It's wild.
Adam back on deck.
Anybody
What's
s-
up, Pimp? Go ahead.
Sorry about
Anyone
that.
see
Sorry
my
about that.
F-35?
Did anybody find one?
Yeah, I'm borrowing it.
In Cuba or
It
something.
crashed.
Oh,
I
yeah, I
need
did hear
all this
something about
Cuban.
Cuba having it. And then they all of a sudden found it.
It landed in my backyard. I was gonna keep that mug.
Love
It's
it.
funny how
That's
they
like
said they
$80
found
million
it.
bro. $80 million. How do you fuck that up? How do you not put a GPS tracker in a fucking $80 million jet?
On your stealth
Bro,
bomber, like, come on, bro.
You
They're-
dummy.
they're saying that
You
someone
big
hacked
fucking, you big dummy. Sorry,
Bro,
go
they're
ahead.
saying that someone hacked it and was controlling it remotely. Like, bruh, we spend
Bruh.
the most money in the military. How's that supposed to happen? Come on now,
That,
They're
that's,
the ones that created
Bro.
GPS. Go ahead.
bruh.
Bruh.
This ain't adding up, bro. It's not adding up.
It's not
None of
adding
the-
up.
It's never adding up, though. It hasn't added up for the last couple years, bro. The math ain't mathing.
They traded
real.
it in for a flying saucer.
Yeah, they found it.
When
and
things
stopped
like
it.
this happen,
like-
the military gets tight-lipped because they don't want to let loose potential vulnerabilities to like 5th generation technologies like the F-35. So it's unlikely that they'll ever come out and tell exactly what happened.
True.
Yeah.
Hey, you mean to tell me there ain't no fucking track? There's not a Apple fucking air tag on that $80 million jet? Come on.
Well, I know exactly how they track it. My point is the transponder supposedly failed, so they were unable to track it. The pilot decided to eject for whatever reason. The thing continued on autopilot until it crashed. That's the story they're telling.
Apparently, they found
Where
it,
did he
according to
crash?
Danny.
Where did he crash
Yeah,
at?
they just found it. There was in a
Did he
county.
have a cell phone in his
Yo,
pocket?
I haven't
Because his
seen
cell
one
phone can be
picture. I haven't seen one video. I haven't seen them picking up parts. None of that, bro.
None of that.
Yeah, I
Bro.
don't even believe it, bro.
I don't believe it till I
None of
see it.
Right now, it's just
I
a
saw
myth.
pictures of a debris field, and
No, like I said, they'll do
Yo.
their best to control as much of that because they don't want people
But then
rushing
also
like
they
pieces
said
of a freaking F-35.
They said that
We got an echo with Big Dave on the screen. Dave, we got an echo.
The legend.
What's up?
The echo gone?
YouTube there.
Yeah, it's shut down. Is it good?
There we go.
Someone's got an echo.
I'm not sure why are they grounding all the airplanes. Maybe it's because they haven't got the quality fuel from Russia.
There it is.
Right.
No, they said that the transponder failed and also part of the radar system failed, so the plane couldn't be spotted by other planes, and that created another hazard. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a stealth fighter. It's going to have a low radar cross section to other aircraft. It probably wasn't transponding if it failed. I doubt it squawks Ed's B, so.
I don't even believe none of it, bro.
Nah, like I said, we may not find out exactly what happened.
Talking
But
about
how would you like to be that jackass
Hell
who
yeah.
ejected from an $80 million jet for unknown reasons?
You know,
There we go.
The story's fabricated right now, right here. Probably has more feasibility than what really fucking happened. Sorry for that.
Now, listen, the one part of the story that really bothers me is that an F-35 is a VTOL craft. Means VTOL is vertical takeoff or landing. So that means the thing could hover like a helicopter and land in the middle of a intersection in the neighborhood, unobstructed. So
Yeah, there's 3 variants. I know it was a Marine Corps F-35 that crashed, so I think it was a VTOL.
no, F-35 in general should be VTOL, period.
Now there's
At least
3
all the-
versions. One's carrier
Okay.
based, one's just a regular land base, and one's VTOL.
But I thought even the carrier-based ones were VTOL.
Not all. Catapult
Okay.
recovery. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think
No
you
worries.
are correct. The one in question, I think, was a Marine Corps, which generally are VTOL.
So in
Yeah, you
other
could land
words,
this thing in
so
the-
in other words, it should be intact. It should be intact right now.
Well,
No,
they said it was
no.
flying on autopilot after he ejected, which sounds completely bizarre to me.
Exactly.
Right.
So it should be intact.
The
No,
math
no,
ain't
no, no.
mathing, bro.
No, my point is that if you're on autopilot, you're not in the standard configuration for a vertical takeoff and landing scenario. But my point is that if the pilot realized that there was some sort of malfunction, if he could enact that, he could literally land in the back of a Walmart parking lot. That's what's throwing me off.
Well, yeah, like I said, why would a pilot eject from a plane that can safely autopilot like another 30,
This is all
85
just a
miles, I think
distraction.
they said? Yeah.
Distraction.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
definitely a distraction, bro.
A couple months ago, it was a little ass submarine visiting the Titanic, bro. It's all a joke. I don't.
Yeah,
believe that.
it's always something new, bro.
Real quick, guys. So Alan was talking about like the chip shortages and everything that was going on earlier in 2020. Now, if you guys want to look up something, look up a company called Surge Pays, and it's really interesting. They're another company that's going to be rolling out phones that are going to handle everything with the new payment system. So everyone that's going to be getting UBI will be utilizing this one company, or in particular, there'll be multiples, but I'm sure this is going to be one of them that has a government contract, and it's called Surge Pays.
Search
Yeah,
pay
nice.
or search pace.
It's
Surge pays. PAYS.
Okay.
UBI. I'm not getting UBI. I invested in Pepe.
Doge, man. Come on, it's Doge. Doge's the one.
But one
I
of
like
the
to call
family
that
offices
meme
that I
coin.
was working with was saying that they knew that the microprocessors were being hoarded for the telephones for when all this goes down. So, Father
Well,
Allen.
there's a lot of semiconductor hoarding, just like medication and everything else. You got people willing to make money at the expense of everybody else and anything.
Oh yeah. Well, what's his name was behind the hoarding of the microchips was Hathaway. What's his name? Oh my gosh.
Berkshire Hathaway's.
Brookshire Hathaway. There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't talk, microchips and all that unless you're talking Taiwan semiconductors.
Yeah.
And at any moment, China's gonna go in there. So you already know something happening, bro. Like all this distraction is for a reason, bro.
Well, Warren Buffett
something
is working with them right now and is trying to bring their semiconductor production here in, I believe it's like Detroit is where they're trying to base it out of. Somewhere in like Detroit, Michigan, or Ohio somewhere is
I
where
know
they're trying.
Texas was about to get like a big contract for that, but who knows how long that's gonna take.
I know Micron signed a deal with New York and California and a few other states.
Wasn't the CHIPS Act about increasing semiconductor production here?
Yeah, we found some more minerals. I know we found more rare earth minerals here to do it.
Well,
so
America's got
can.
one of the largest silica mines out in like Utah and in the Northwest. We have some of the largest silica reserves in the world. So, and that's all used for that.
We have like the biggest oil reserve, and we don't even use that shit.
Yeah, exactly. We just
Bro, we're about
found
to run
a
out.
huge lithium too, like crazy amount of lithium, like supposedly the world's largest find of lithium right here in the United States was just found. So crazy things have been happening. Like
Was found in
we have
Nevada. Was found in Nevada, right there where they did the Burning Man.
That's what they're telling us. We got all this, we got all that. Yet they're in Africa raping the shit out of it.
Yes, exactly.
Hell yeah.
Crazy. I know.
True
it's
enough.
insane. Same
In
with our oil.
Hawaii-
Look,
In
there's so
Hawaii, we
much
call
oil.
it pilau.
There's so much oil in the Gulf. I mean, I worked out there for like 5 years. I've seen all of the capping they've done of underground wells that are just hooked up to pumps, just sitting there doing nothing, sitting there for years, just ready to be tapped into and pumped back to the mainland anytime. Just
There's
go out
pumpers
there.
all over the country, man. You drive across the country, there's those little tipping birds everywhere. I mean, and they're all, most of them are not active. So they're tapped in, man. All you got to do is turn them on.
It's just so crazy because we have all this oil and gas prices damn near $8. Like it doesn't make any sense.
It's
Biden goes, he shuts down drilling in Alaska.
That do you know what that is, dude? That's part of the Trump savior narrative. Trump's going to come back and start drilling here and manufacturing here, and we're going to go, "Oh, what a great fucking thing!" When we should have been doing that all along.
Yeah, exactly. But they
You know
got to
what
show
I'm
the
saying?
they got to show the sheeple $10 gas first though.
Fuck, bro.
Okay, on the note, what Berserker just said. So on the most latest Trump's speech, whatever he said, whatever you call it, he was talking about how electric cars are retarded and how moving away from diesel is the most stupidest thing we can do because the diesel can do 2,000 miles while electric car can only do 300 or 400 max. And he's talking about. Yeah, and he was talking about how when he comes back, we'll be energy independent and all this other stuff. So I don't think we're running out of oil.
You've got a state out there that's trying to mandate electric cars for which they have a grid that can't support it. How stupid is that?
Exactly, bro. Exactly. Imagine everyone had 240 volt washer or dryer on all the time. The grid can't handle that.
They can't even handle charging the cars you're making you buy.
They could just make a mini nuclear reactor, like the newest nuclear reactor. Everything can go back to safe nuclear reactors. And
Man, they have hydrogen cars, bro. We could just put some water in that bitch.
That's what they're gonna bust out next is the hydrogen because.
Well, no. You guys are getting it wrong. There's already hydrogen available. You can get it at gas stations as hydrogen.
Yeah,
We got to get the water car going, bro. They keep killing the water car guy.
Water car, bro.
They need straight water where the hydrogen generator is in the car itself, and we just put water in that bitch.
It's called a
That's what we
hydro
need.
cell car.
Yeah, fill it up when it
Hydro cell
rains.
car.
Toyota switched 60% of their production of their regular conventional engines to hydrogen. They're coming out. It's just the masses aren't really ready for the fuel supply.
Bro, honestly, man, we don't
yet.
We don't need no water cars, bro. Because
We
you
don't
see
need
how they do it. You see how they do with gas and oil, bro. If they try to take water and we need it to drink, bro, come on, man.
No, that's
Like that's not a
right
good
there,
idea.
Bill.
We do not need them in control of the water, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all about all of these solutions that they're thinking of coming up with when it really should be horse and carriage kind of deal. That's the most organic way. Tails, you was talking about trying to be organic. The most organic way is to get back on that horse, baby. That's the only way. Hey, you don't have to clean. You don't have to take care of the yard anymore. You got
You just get a big wind-up car, you know? You get a big key in the back of your car, you wind it up and you drive.
It's the island. It's the island Amish, bro. Let's go.
If the
Island Amish.
Hell yeah, Island Amish.
If the EMP goes off, at least your horse will still work.
That's true.
That's true. You got a point there.
Marvin Davis goes, you don't want them drilling in the States. It fucks up communities, kills grass, livestock, water systems, etc. That's why they bully other countries for their.
I mean, if they do that shit in like Alaska where there's nobody yet, like I'm cool with that, bro. If they do that shit in the Gulf where they already been doing that shit before, like, I mean, I understand it's gonna have some kind of environmental effect, but shit, anything that we do is like electronic vehicles is worse than gas. So
exactly.
Yep.
Battery manufacturing is much
eat
worse.
that oil up out there.
There's
There's a
another
little
thing
bit of waste.
to look about diesel too, biodiesel. You can use cooking oil to run that shit. You know what I mean?
Driving around smell like French fries.
Got cooking oil laying around. Yeah.
I don't know if we make enough French fries to power all our cars. And cook
Streets smell like Popeyes everywhere.
Electric cars back in the early 1900s.
Say that again.
We've had electric cars early in the 1900s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all electric cars talk now is bullshit.
Yeah, it's nothing new.
Way as well.
Yep, and those people who
1893
created
was the
it
first electric
disappeared.
car.
It's all crap.
Before even combustion engine cars, I think electric cars were first, weren't they?
I'm working on an engine.
Yeah,
when I go out the backyard, I'll piss in the fucking tank and it'll start going.
Hey, don't tell them that, bro. They'll off you. Don't tell them that.
I don't care. Let him come for the piss.
Yeah, don't off yourself, bro.
It's on them. It's on them, Ellie. Write that down.
You can't
Ellie's
run
got
on
the
methane.
piss.
You actually can't run on methane. So B cryptos is right. There's a biogas that you can cook with. You can run a combustible engine with it too. It's just very low compression, but I mean it could work.
Hey, I wanted to go back to the F-35 real quick. One thing that nobody's mentioning is that thing's equipped with an ELT, emergency locator transmitter. When that thing crashes, it's got a G switch in there and it sets it off. And every plane, satellite in the area picked that signal up. So
Like a
there's
SART?
no excuse.
And they didn't put one of those on our fighter jet.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that thing taking 30 hours. They should have known where it was right away.
well, they probably did, but you don't make that public before they have recovery efforts in place. I mean, you're talking about the latest generation of fighter technology. You don't want freaking Bebop going out there and buying something, picking something up, put in his garage sale. I mean,
But it's distraction. It's distraction away from the biggest golden ticket on earth.
But
you know what the distraction?
At the end of the day, it's an interesting story of why did some pilot panic and bail out of a freaking $80 billion.
All right, so you guys are talking about an F-35 missing, just like everyone else is talking about on the news. But it's interesting how the Treasury Department had an emergency 9/11 moment and no one's talking about that, but they're talking about an F-35. So that's what the distraction was.
Right.
You know?
I mean, of course, Biden administration will lose an F-35. Like that doesn't even.
Yeah. And then
like,
tomorrow's like one of the most important meetings. We have an FOMC meeting tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's all talk about an F-35. Then.
Yeah, G7 just met. Like this shit crazy, bro.
33 trillion debt.
Yeah,
bro.
Correct.
33 trillion in debt. We gave 80 billion to ISIS and gave them a whole pallet of cash. Now we lost a plane, and then we're giving Ukraine trillions of dollars. Come on.
Yeah, they got another week and a half of distractions to go to fix this continuing resolution issue. So
$10 sheep gas. $10 sheep gas. Write that down.
$10 sheep gas for sure.
Rome was there, bro. Rome was there.
Ripple's working with 30 central banks across the world.
Yeah, I think they were saying in the past.
The 30 numbers. The 30 numbers are significant.
Yo, is anybody else hearing something about the 23rd? Something about the 23rd or something supposed to happen.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So,
I heard.
On
That's
lot
predictive
of
programming, bro. Where's G when we need him, bro? All the movies for the last 20 years have been talking about September 23rd, bro.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah.
So
Michael Jordan's being reborn.
Into something about it too.
So September 23rd. September 23rd complies with the astrological cycle of we're going towards like winter, and that's like the beginning of when all downturns happen, all crashes, and it's also the moment of like new beginnings and wiping out debt and all that stuff. So that's what they're preparing for this. And it's 9/23, and also 10/14 is also another one that coincides with that. So
What
it's
about
all like
harvest moon at the end of this month, 29th.
yeah. So all that coincides with the Scorpion, and the Scorpion has to do with the number 8, which is like destruction and death and stuff, and that's why Mr. Poole posted the Scorpion. So that's that connection.
Wait, so you mean the new Jordans aren't being released that day?
Got the Jordan 9s on the 23rd.
Yeah, there you go.
Go back to the conversation, Adam, about the money supply and the what happened with the Fed.
Oh, with the first Fed being canceled out and eliminated by Andrew Jackson. That was the M1 money supply, and then it converted over to the M2 money supply, which we're currently on. And then we're going to be switching over to the M3 money supply, and that's going to be the ISO 222 compliance, everything that we're talking about now. So, and that's where I believe Ripple will be the new Federal Reserve, because you got to look at it almost like an atom, right? So the nucleus of the atom is Ripple, and all the electrons that float around the nucleus is iota, H-bar, Casper, Quant, Algorand, the overledger. In the underledger, is XRP. It handles everything. It's the nucleus of the whole operational system.
Well, in your analogy, I'd call XRP the electrons, but I look at it as more like highways. XRP is going to be the biggest highway moving transactions. And the interoperability with, like you said, some of the other ledgers out there, because there's different use cases and lots of market space for other blockchains.
It's the same concept, though. I mean,
yeah,
it's the same concept. They're not gonna, they're gonna spread the networks out. No one's gonna be overloaded. They're not trying to run every transaction in the world, but it's coming down to XRP in the center.
Keep your
and all
coins
the other
on the cold
arms.
storage.
I like that nerdy bullishness. I like that. It ain't gonna be thousands per coin. It'll be tens of thousands,
tens of millions,
but either way, like
possibly.
Like
either way,
before,
we're going on a ramp up. They're gonna show what you think's a lot of money.
I'm just gonna say one. I'm gonna say one.
Everything on boards. Like, I think it'll be stages. I don't think we're going overnight $10,000. Like, I think it's gonna be in stages to get. I don't.
You might be right.
You coins.
You might be right, but
a lot of retail has been out. Retail
Hold
has
on,
been out.
Ellie.
Even last year, there was an article back in the United States that 68% of people are out of crypto. Back in over there, your way.
Well, our country's
Yeah,
making it difficult. Plus, we're in a bear's market right now, which always scares the retail away. But like we said before, all this is based on the current use case we know of XRP. Just think what happens when more and more use case comes to ledger.
I just have a feeling that
Many of us
Ripple's
holding XRP is not selling at $100. No way. Not
No,
stupid.
Adam, go.
No, maybe like we said, a couple maybe to regain some initial investment, but hold the rest for passive income.
I want to
I'm
hear what
not
Adam
even selling
is
at
gonna say.
$5,000. No way.
Yo, I got a hot take. The hot take is BlackRock gets the first Bitcoin ETF, and then shit turns around from there.
How do we know that the whole BlackRock ETF isn't a distraction for the Ripple ETF?
Ooh, that too.
So, you know, and in looking at everything, like when you've seen money move on the back end, like I have, and how much money's out there, I don't know if they're going to do tranches with each banking system coming online little by little. They could, because even with one major banking institution coming online, it would price out 99.9% of retail. You're going to see XRP go overnight to $1,000. That's why they always talk about that.
Starts from Japan.
Flip of the switch moment.
Starts from East.
But
Japan's
you know,
gonna be-
if you look at the matured market, if you look at a matured market where you have liquidity as Nostro accounts and how the whole money moves and how it works, I could see potentially, and I don't want to scare people and say, oh, that's impossible, because everyone's going to go off of market value. Everyone's going to go off of things that we think as to what XRP should be. But I'm going to go back to a example that David Schwartz gave, and he said how many drops of XRP are within one XRP?
1 million.
Okay. And if you were going to move $1 million worth of currency, imagine if you could use one XRP.
One of a currency. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Did you ever look into XRP Lion? XRP, I think that's his name, XRP Dave or XRP Lion or something like that.
Oh, he's talking about $500,000.
No, he's talking about $1 million XRP.
Yeah,
that's exactly what he's talking about. Exactly what David Schwartz is talking about.
And I could see that.
Let's put this into aspect. Let's put this into aspect. He bases that off of base 10 math and the Fibonacci, which occurs through life. It's all coming down to the spiritual stuff again. Everybody, this is the beginning and the end of something new. Growth. This is what it's about. Rain hit it on the head. We should be looking at the positive things. We talking, because just like how you said about the F-35, it's all a distraction. Like I said, it's intact.
And then you have to think about
when the shit didn't even get triggered.
You have to think about everything else too. And I tell people this: we're going off of the current financial system, which is based off of $5 quadrillion.
That is
done. Yeah, and we just hit $33 trillion debt.
Yeah, but I'm just saying we're going off of a $5 quadrillion evaluation currently. We're not including all the people that are going to be on ramp, like I've talked about prior. You have like 78 to 80% of South America that aren't even using banks, and all those people are going to be online to the banking system. You have 90% of Africa is not even using the continent of Africa is not even using the banking system. All these people are going to be online to banks, like
and tokenization.
Yeah,
that's right, Ellie.
You have India, you have all the different countries around the Asian continents. They're not even using banks. Russia, I think that it's like 56% or 60% of Russians aren't even using banks. Even in rural parts of America, like 33 or 38% of Americans don't even have bank accounts. So all these people are now going to be put online onto the banking system. And then if you go back to fractional reserve lending,
phone payments, micro payments.
Do you think they bring people online first before tokenization happens, or you think tokenization happens, then they bring people on?
I think they're going to bring people. They're going to change the banking system, and then they're going to bring people online, because it just has to be systematic. How can you bring people online without the banking system being
So that
up and
means
ready
price
for it.
action before they actually implement it. Then
Exactly, just like they've said, price action before law. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why all of this has been a build up of it leading up until now, because it's all been test nets.
And if you want to look at
glitches.
timelines, guys, if you want to look at
There's
timelines,
glitches. It's all been glitches.
and I want to say something. If you want to look at timelines, to me, you have to look at the fulfillment for Starlink, right? So how many more satellites do we need to put up in the sky to fulfill Starlink's global network?
Not that many.
Well, exactly. So as soon as that's fulfilled and every single satellite's up, so every time there's a launch, Alan and I don't live far from each other. We could visualize the launches. I laugh because I'm like, okay, well, that's one more step closer to ISO 222 going online, because it's not going to run until Starlink's fully functional.
And every launch is
I can find out how many left there are. My buddy works there. I'm not going to say who his name is or how I know him or anything. I'll just say I have a buddy that works there. I can find
and
that
every launch is like, what is it, 64 or 164 satellites?
What's that now?
Trust me, bro. I got sources.
At every
just to piggyback on what Adam was just to piggyback on what Adam was saying about banking the unbanked, bro, like the valuations that people have, all the numbers and the data that people have today is only based off of institutions and all that stuff. It's not really based off unbanked. It's not based off of global. It's only based off of national. So once we bank the unbanked, and plus we introduce a global scale, that's what the real price action comes into play. It's not just a national. We're not going to be like, interoperability is the main goal here. So it's not more about like being limited to your nation or being limited to your country and being able to have services there. No, it's about wherever you go across the whole world, is you have those banking services available to you, regardless of where you are or who you are. And Stellar's main point is, as long as you have a cell phone, we can give you financial services. And a lot of people have cell phones, but they don't have banks, and that's what Stellar is. That's the bridge that they want to solve.
We're not just talking about bank payments. We're talking about peer-to-peer. We're talking about businesses. We're talking about all different aspects of payments.
Yeah,
micro payments.
Derivatives.
At the end of the day, one XRP will be equal to one XRP. So if we're looking at 10,000, 50,000, $1 million, we're looking at the old fiat system. But one XRP will be one XRP. You might need only 2 XRP to buy a Lambo.
I think it's way less than that. I mean, like 0.00010.
Can you imagine that, bro? That's nuts.
Well,
Bro,
but
that means David Schwartz is richer than any sultan in history.
Well, you got
there's sultans and these people, these sovereign wealth funds, these families. The amount of money that they have would just blow you away if you were actually able to put it into context. You know, even the Rothschilds family, when we've talked about them in the past, you know, the amount of money that they own it would scare people if they actually were able to put it into a number figure. It would just blow everyone away.
And what does it matter about?
They fucking what do you call it?
That's exactly why these people control countries and do elections and control nations and government bodies. And all this stuff.
They gatekeep the wealth in the world, thinking that making us peasants think that millions is a lot.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we become millionaires or multimillionaires, because they'll be trillionaires, and then there's a new level of wealth at that point where millionaires is like an average everyday person, you know. So
exactly,
crazy, bro, crazy.
This is bigger than
the hour already. That was quick.
Hey, real quick.
Top of the hour. Go ahead, Sean, and Adam. Walk us out, bro. Then we got minutes. Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah. So real quick. So here's the deal. Here's the stuff that's happened the past 3 days. So everybody's familiar with ETHgate. Yes. So one of the things that's happened is there's this guy, Stephen Nerioff. He was a lawyer, and he's famous for being seen in our circles, being seen in a video that said, hey, I was tasked with the thing to make sure that Ethereum, and Consensus could do their thing without people going to prison. So what happened is he did his deal, and then a couple years later, he gets picked up by some 3-letter agency, I don't know, and they're like, we need you to drop a dime on some people. And he started to kind of sort of name names, big names in the Ethereum community. A lot of them attached to the Hinman speech. And then his case got dropped because the three-letter agency group government people decided not to prosecute. And then he started dropping dimes in Twitter, of all places. And so one of the big things that I've seen is that what might happen is that once his word gets out there in the in Twitter spaces or wherever, that what's going to happen is there may potentially be a fall from grace of Ethereum. I'm not saying that Ethereum is going to go to zero. It might drop, 20-30%, and it might scare people away. And we also know that XRP is the only token that has legal clarity as a matter of law. Ethereum doesn't. All it has is a Hinman speech. And then Bitcoin actually doesn't, but there's nobody to sue because there's no quote-unquote central body. Sorry about the car. There's no central body. And so that's the stuff I wanted to chime in on at the beginning of the hour, because that's huge. And when I mean it's huge, it's super huge.
And from Ethereum, they all moved to XD.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you finish your thought, Ellie. Go ahead, Ellie, and then Adam's going to walk us out. Then we got minutes with Nerdy. Go,
I
Ellie.
don't know. You asked me the other day, what do you got? You know what?
But that was the other day. This is a new boardroom.
You asked me the other day what I got. Well, I got every disease known to man.
we love you, Ellie. Adam, you got something profound, bro? You got something?
I just want to say, listen, we're all God's children, and we're all here for a reason. I'm sure this is something more Father Allen would say or touch on, but we're all going to be celebrating in about 2 years minimum. So just hold on to your bags. That's it.
Yeah, buddy.
Word.
Are you ready?
Write that down.
Hit him with it. Hit him with it.
All right, go ahead, Nerdy. You got the floor, bro. Minutes. Let's go.
Well, pure buds, mount up. Nerdy getting message from the high. Tesla phone. Nothing is adding up. F-35 where? Chip manufacturing coming to the States. Ellie got the piss. $10 sheet gas. XRP is in the center. Bank the unbanked. Price before law. All the money. Later, glitches.
Later, glitches. We love you guys.
Later.
We'll catch you on Extra Bullish Hour. And then Rain's got Friday night coming up, guys. We'll see you next Sunday, Friday, Sunday. Let's go.
Everybody.
We're at the breaking point. What? Say that again. Go ahead. Wayside.
Huiho malamapono. Until next time, everyone take care.
Amen.
Mahalo.
We at the breaking point. Let's go.
We headed for that breaking point. Please don't get left in the void. Please don't listen to the noise. We headed for that breaking point. We headed for that breaking point. Please don't get left in the void. Please don't listen to the noise. We headed for that breaking point. Starsea troopers, Starsea shooters, rocket boosters, 3D realm, but we 5D super. Call me that big bag scooper, getting coins like Cooper. Blockchain suit up, here they come, them bag intruders. Grab them rocket shooters, we gonna need more moon recruiters. Too many robots and computers. I'm off into my rocket ship, I'm going lunar. Adios, bye glitches, and see you losers. In my Starship Cruiser, I'm just a lost soul, trying to find my way home, but I didn't lose hope. I think I'm almost home. We headed for that breaking point. Please don't get left for that breaking point. Please don't get left in the void. Please don't listen to the noise. We headed for that breaking point.
XRP is the truth. Better get you a bag. That's just something you gotta do. Cash is trash, time to analyze. All time high when the Phoenix rise. Headed for that breaking point. All the extra noise, just avoid. Got my bags in storage while we waiting for just tourists. While he's snoring, I be soaring. Ain't ignoring, space exploring. Bottles pouring, models foreign. The whole world, I gotta tour it. Get them bags and secure it. I'm alive if you don't do it. Tell them bags we headed to it.
We headed for that breaking point. Please don't get left in the void. Please don't listen to the noise. We headed for that breaking point. We headed for that breaking point. Please don't get left in the void. Please don't listen to the noise. We headed for that breaking point.
Break up to make up, that's all we do. ISO 200022. Whoa, XRP, SLM, XCC, Algo, and IOTA. Government issue cryptos, better load up for it's over. Got my hands up, no Jehovah, but I'm chillin' with my B. First crypto reggae nursery rhyme album, bumpin' crypto ABCs.
Hand in hand, we're breaking free. That's how we'll become who we're meant to be. We'll find our way, then show you the way. In the end, our hearts will lead the way. Rising above, no more greed. We surrender, but face no defeat. Rich Ducks Club, now we meet. Phoenix rising, we reach the peak. Yeah, lady in this beat. We find a ring to floor the heat. So you FOMO while we pumping, getting serves. Now you're bagging, now we holding bags to reaches. Yeah, we got that one can see the glitches. And we're still the greatest. Yup, XRP connects like bridges. Yeah. Pangarap ko'y natupad na, papuntang buwan sa kalawakan.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
Yo.
Good stream.
Excellent.
Yes. I'm
Good
going
shit,
to
fellas.
I'm going to the drive-in, so I gotta go the drive-in theater.
Yeah, I'm about to go get some grubbage.
I'm just gonna leave this up so you guys can talk. I'll just leave it up. I'll catch you guys.
Good seeing you,
guys.
Zerker.
Peace out, fam.
Thank you.
See you on the next one. Yo, I missed Sunday. I was busy doing family time.
I was working, but I
not attend. Who was working?
Me, Sean.
Oh yeah, of course you were, Sean. I know. We're the working. We're the working full still, man. Dave, you're retired, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Man, I can't wait until I can say that, bro.
It's awesome.
Hey,
Who
Adam.
else is still in waste? Yeah, what's up, Sean?
I got to tell you this real quick. So,
Talk to me.
my dad's birthday was yesterday. And so today, so he's 8 years old. So today we did a discovery flight and assessment in celebration of him because he took me up in a Cessna 152 in the late 70s. So I took him up in a Cessna 172 today, and it was freaking epic.
Yeah, nice.
So the whole concept of me always talking crap about aviation and the stuff I know and bringing it to the chat, bro. I am so ready to get my pilot's license now. It's not even funny. I just need the funds.
Yeah,
you should, Sean.
Dude, I want one of those Icon planes. Have you seen those guys? Those are the shit.
Yeah.
Those got the Rotex engine in it. You don't really. I don't think you even need a pilot's license for that. Well, you might actually, but
The Icon
you,
is it takes off from the water, right?
yeah, man,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a
You know,
beautiful plane.